The Torah tells us once again about the prohibition of doing malacha on Shabbos. We have to protect Shabbos. We have to watch over Shabbos. And the Torah tells us, Lo sevaru eish b'chol moshvosechem b'yom haShabbos. Do not kindle a fire anywhere in your midst on the day of Shabbos. The question is, why does it mention Shabbos? Why does it mention eish specifically? Why does it mention kindling a fire specifically? We have 39 malachos. This is one of those malachos. What is this pasuk coming to teach us? So the Gemara in Shabbos and Daf Ayin Amud Aleph quotes a machlokas about whether this pasuk is coming, as Rabbi Yossi says, to teach you that this malacha does not violate an isser, which would have a punishment of skila, but rather just in quotes, it's still a terrible thing, but just a lav. The other opinion says that havara lechalek yatzas. That havara teaches us something about each of the malachos, about every malachos. That if one violates multiple malachos on Shabbos, he has to bring multiple korbanos, one korban for each malacha that the person violated. So I understand if it's coming lelav yatzas, if it's coming to say that it's different in terms of its punishment, that's why it has to be that the topic is kindling a fire. But according to the opinion that says that it's just teaching us that each of the malachos are distinct and you're going to have to bring a korban for each of them, why fire? Why of all of the malachos is kindling a fire that which is mentioned? And there are different approaches in the Mefarshim. The Ramban suggests that until now the concept of malachos were introduced in the context of Eis Asher Tofu. Eifu, it's about baking. You can't perform malacha if the malacha is preparatory in nature. You can't cook food because you don't benefit from the food while you're cooking it. But now in Vayakhel we are introduced to malacha as we benefit from it. You light a candle and you can read from it right away. It's not just preparing for something else to happen. You light the furnace, it provides warmth, and those are even included in the malacha of Shabbos. But Dasikanim Valley Tosfos makes another point. Says Dasikanim, Lo seva aru esh, Hizira Torah al ha'avara tefei mishar malachos. The reason that the Torah highlighted kindling a fire more than any other malacha, mipnei she'ein nearest kol kach malacha, because it doesn't seem like you're really doing so much. You strike the match, you violated a malacha. It's so little effort. It's so little effort, and it accomplishes, it provides so much. Shema yomru lo na'aseh malacha. Maybe a person's going to say, we're not going to do any malacha. Aval navir ha'esh. V'en nazmin ha'kol lasos b'zahav v'kesef. Mi'ad achar Shabbos, l'kach ne'emru lo sevaru. Let's just make a fire. And with that fire we can accomplish so much. And with that fire we can do so much. And it isn't such a big deal. You know what the Torah is teaching us here? The Torah highlights fire to make sure that we understand that we have to treat the laws of the Torah, whether we understand it as being a big malacha or that it does not appear to us as being malacha, the same. We don't get to pick and choose. We don't get to decide, that doesn't look like a malacha. That doesn't seem like it should be a big deal. If I read Kriya Shema a little bit later, if I have this much, the details of mitzvos are significant because the Torah says that's what it needs to be. And sometimes we think, is it really such a big deal? I just struck a match. What's the big deal? Here's the Torah is telling us that no. Havar is like every other malacha on Shabbos. And the malachas on Shabbos are a system. It's a system that Ribono Shel Olam put in place that creates the beauty and the incredible Shabbos that we experience. And that it's true of all halacha. That we are not the ones who decide, but we are the ones who, when we don't understand, bow our heads. We humble ourselves in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and accept that this is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu says. And sometimes when it's more difficult, l'fum tzara agra. That's when we're going to get more schar. We don't understand, and we do it afal pichein. We make sure that we do it. That is what connects us to the Ratzon of Hashem, and hopefully allows that every Shabbos, when we understand that the details of Shabbos are so important, learning the halachos of Shabbos so important, will hopefully continue to bring us together, closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and then we should be zocha to the Yom Shekulo Shabbos.